Well, good morning, Rotary District 7770. It is Donald Hovis here with the Chicora Rotary Club in Myrtle Beach, and welcome to Conversations with Rotary Action People for Friday, July 26th. To get us started today, I will do the Rotary Vision Statement. Together, we see a world where people unite and take action to create lasting change across the globe, in our communities, and in ourselves. Our featured speaker today is Assistant Governor A.J. Gohil from the Rotary Club of North Myrtle Beach, here to talk all about our district golf tournament. Good morning, A.J.
Good morning, Donald. Good morning. Nice to see everybody today.
Hey, we're glad to have you here. I know you may be playing golf later, so we thank you for taking time to come on with us before you hit the links. So hopefully,
I'm going to sneak in only nine today.
Well, maybe you'll make some birdies after you see all your brothers and sisters here from Rotary. So to introduce a few key dignitaries on the line, past district governor from the Rotary Club of Mount Pleasant, Mr. Lou Mello. Good morning, Lou. Past district governor from the Rotary Club of Hilton Head Island. He looks like he's on the beach right now, getting a suntan, Mr. David Terrard and his wife, Susan. Good morning. Let's see here. Past Rotary International Vice President from Columbia, South Carolina, Miss Ann Matthews. Good morning, Ann. All right, so District Governor-elect, I believe is the way we can say that now, from the Rotary Club of Hilton Head Island, Mr. Paul Walter. Good morning, Paul. And District Governor nominee designee from the Rotary Club of Beaufort Sea Island, Mr. Bob Gross. Good morning, Bob. Our Public Image Chair from the Five Points Rotary Club in Columbia, Miss Mary Gask. And last but not least, our District Communications Chair from the Somerville Evening Rotary Club, Mr. Terry Moore. So, AJ, you're going to talk to us about golf today.
Yes.
So, what is the reason that you wanted to share the Rotary Golf Invitational idea with the district?
So, Donald, as you know, I've been in the golf industry for about 27 years, and I've seen so many great events. I've actually helped some grow. I've been a part of, for example, the Retired Military Golf Classic. That's been going on for 32 years. And in its peak, they've had over 1,500 players. The Elks Group, they have many events, the Shriners, and it just goes on. And, you know, even though we had a lot of events in our district, we never had a major one where we can bring everybody together. So I started talking to our team at the district during some of our training events. And I said, guys, I think this is the right time. You know, I think it's a good time to start thinking about how we can bring all our golfers together. So that's why the idea was brought into life. It was over a couple of drinks at happy hour. So, you know, it always pays to have happy hour with your fellow district team. You're muted, I think, Donald.
Yeah, sorry. I'm working off one screen today. Normally I'm on two.
No problem.
Why are you excited about the concept you've put together and the golf committee you've put together?
So, you know, it's all about the contacts. We have 1.2 million members around the world. So we all know that every Rotarian knows a golfer. So the concept is we, within our group, have so many potential golfers that will participate in our area, in our annual championship, invitational championship. And I'm going to talk about that name too, because I know you're on the committee for branding this event, so we need some help with that. But you know, the idea is it starts at the club level. So every club that either plays in members that play in an event or actually host their own event, they would be promoting one team. They will, obviously, we'd like them to commit to one team to play in our invitational championship at the end of the Rotary year. So the goal is Rotary clubs promote it, Rotary clubs commit. We then have at least, I'm hoping, 100+ players before we even start promoting our event to the outside world. And then part of the concept is, because we're calling it invitational, is so that people can invite the event leaders of other golf tournaments that they play in. So they can now promote their first place team, just like we would ask our clubs to do. First place team winners are now automatically going to the Rotary Invitational. This is going to be a really big event. So we also, we have 3,000 members plus in our district. So if each one of them shares this, our marketing's done. We'll know exactly how many people are going to be playing in our event, hopefully by November. So that's what I love about the concept. Internally, we can market to our own members, and we've just got this huge marketing machine because of our membership.
We got our own sales team. I like that, AJ.
Right, exactly.
I will say, if you are listening here on Zoom today, thank you for being here. We got quite a few participants. We want to know who you are and your Rotary Club. So go to the chat box and tell us where you're watching from and your Rotary Club. Bob Gross, I'll ask you to look at the chat box. There's a comment there for you. And if you're streaming and you're watching us over on Facebook, please post a comment below the stream as well. We'd love to hear from you and where you're watching from. AJ, so what course will host the tournament?
So our team, with our committee, we've broken it down into 5 subcommittees, and the setup committee. And on that, we've got a couple of PGA pros that are now Rotarians, and they're in other industries. We've got people that have hosted major events themselves. So between our team, we're looking at the following courses. Now, just so you know, I represent 20 plus courses in the Grand Strand area, all the way from Pawleys Island to Charlotte, North Carolina. So we've got an inside, connection to what I like to say: get the best deal and get the best service at a reduced cost, because that's what we're good at. We're gonna get the best deal so we can make more money for our fundraisers. So the courses that we've approached, and we're asking them to give us a shotgun start rate, morning shotgun, including breakfast, including a nice meal after the event. The courses are Prestwick, and I just happen to be wearing their shirt, Prestwick Country Club, Arcadian Shores, Glen Dornick, Wacheso East, and Shaftesbury Glen. So, these are really good golf courses. Different between our committee, we're talking about the pluses and the minuses. So we have a committee meeting in about 10 days from now, and we'll submit our ideas and our thoughts and why we want to do that. But I also want to say, we want to make this a huge event. We want this to be where people talk about it, that they can't wait to play in it because it's so much fun. We've used all our resources to add so much value to it. The players will come in the morning, they'll get breakfast. They'll when they're registering, they'll get a swag bag. The swag bag is, could have merchandise in there that's worth over $100. They'll also have, we'll give them 1 mulligan, 10 raffle tickets, and then they can buy more because, we need to raise more money for our funds. And then there'll be a big party on the course. We want to have, I call it carnival golf. And it could be fellow Rotarians that want to promote their businesses. They can be on a golf hole. They'll get 8 to 10 minutes to talk to every group as they're waiting to tee it up. Promote your business, but then offer something. You can give them water, drink, snacks, and it's just music on the tee box. So it's going to be a really fun event that we hope in years to come, people are self-promoting. Rotarians will promote it, but we'll have all these other guests that we've invited to the event to promote it. So we're really excited about looking at 5 courses that will do that for us.
AJ, are you looking at a one-day event, and are you looking at a captain choice format?
Yes. So for now, we want to keep it simple. We want to have it fun. And, I want to thank Terry at the district level for sending out the email to every single member. We got a lot of feedback and a lot of questions. And one of the main questions was, is it captain choice? Oh, yes. That's my favorite game. Captain choice. It builds teams. It builds people together. It's fun. You can really have a good time out there. And what we're doing is we decided to do it on a Friday. Now, there's really a lot of great things that came out of our last board meeting on Zoom, a committee meeting. If we do it on Friday, people can come in on a Thursday, okay? They could stay all the way through Sunday. They could turn it into a nice family vacation. We could do a Rotary event if we have enough people coming on Thursday, maybe an icebreaker. So yes, it's a one-day event that we hope that people might take advantage of that and come down for 2 or 3 days and have a nice mini vacation in Myrtle Beach.
Sounds like fun. I want to sign up and play right now.
You're going to be working it, buddy.
So who's on the committee? I hear your committee is about 19 strong.
It is. And, I want to thank, again, District Governor Johnny for allowing us to start this project in his year, and District Governor to be or is now, we're kind of in that transition zone, Pauline. So this is the list. I'm going to read it to you so I don't forget anybody. Jeannie Jammy, she's from Charleston Rotary. Past District Governor Sandy Brooks from Hilton Head. Bob Moore, I think he's at Surfside or Myrtle Beach, not sure. Mary Gask, she's going to be helping you and Diamond with all the marketing. Ken Gask, he's going to be one of our marketing gurus there. Shirley Barado, Somerville Rotary. Colin Jewell, Merle's Inlet. Bill Stedman, Waterboro Rotary. Jonathan Stanley, Myrtle Beach, he's a PGA guy. Angie Cole, Georgetown Rotary. Diamond Franson from North Myrtle Beach. Ron Levesque, he's probably playing right now at Prestwick. Ron, he's an honorary member at Myrtle Beach Rotary. Paul Walter, he's going to be helping us just help our treasurer when needed. You yourself, Donald Hovis, the man with the plan. Shannon Jordan from Conway. Bill Oliver, Spring Valley Rotary. Dave Anatra, Columbia Rotary. Rusty Warner, Hilton Head. So as you can see, we've got everybody involved. We've got our district all helping to make sure that this is going to be a success. I'm really happy that that happened out of that email that Terry sent out. And I've got about another 15 to 20 people that said, hey, let us know when you need help when you get closer to the time with registration and going out to get prizes, etc. So I'm really excited about that.
I'll give a shout out real quick to Chicora. Bob Moore is actually in Chicora.
Okay, thank you.
Jonathan Stanley is in Chicora with me,
Yes.
And then I'm in here. So we have 3 from Chicora. We love golf at Chicora because we meet at the Dunes Club, which is actually where I'm at right now.
Yeah, you got it made, buddy. You got it made.
How much money do you hope to raise with this event?
Well, this is one of them questions where we don't really know, but if we can do everything right, and I'm going to talk about some sponsorships, it would be a minimum of 20,000. Now that's not a lot of money when we're doing all this effort and it's a district event, but let's just say the worst case scenario is 20,000. I'd like to see it close to 50,000. But this is what we're going to ask everybody, and we have a subcommittee that will head this up, but we're going to ask people to help us do the following, okay? Title sponsor, these are rough numbers, maybe $8,000 to $10,000 for a title sponsor. You're the title sponsor of this amazing invitational that's going to be marketed to the whole world down the road. Icebreaker sponsor, meaning if we have that Thursday night party, could be $2,000. Beverage cart sponsor, so we can take care of all the drinks on the golf course, $700. Corporate sponsors, and we can have several of these. And all of these people will be highlighted in all of our, because you're going to be doing this, you and the marketing team. They're going to be highlighted all over the place on the golf course on the day. So corporate sponsors, $2,000. A lunch sponsor, cover the lunch that we're going to have after the round, $1,500. And a range sponsor could be $500. So we're looking at all these. If we did that, the cost of our team to play in this, it's $800. Now, you might think that's $200 a person, but don't forget they're going to get $100+ in gifts. We are raising money for Rotary and our district projects, and it's going to be a fun day. If you calculated all the fun and all the food and all the prizes, it's worth it. And clubs can go back to their members and think of it this way: all we're going to do is add $10 per player in our event, and that will cover the first place winning team's position in the Invitational. So that's how we're going to raise money. Obviously, the committee is still working on other ideas, and anybody out there in our district and friends of the district, if you have any ideas, please share them with us, because we want to make this as successful as possible. And I think we're ahead of the game just because of, so many people in our district are helping.
I will say, AJ, we already have one comment over in the chat box of a Thursday evening whiskey tasting or a Friday night whiskey tasting.
That sounds good to me. We just got to get a sponsor for that, and we'll do it.
Maybe that will come from the Somerville Evening Rotary Club, maybe, or the Whiskey Dram Fellowship. How about that?
That sounds great.
What can clubs do to help you right now?
Well, right now, the main thing is, so we've got like 3 or 4 projects in the air, and they're all going to come together, but one of them starts with Assistant Governor Bill Oliver and his team of subcommittee. They sent an email out asking all the clubs if they have an event, a golf tournament, when they have it. We just want to make sure we don't do it on the same date as somebody else's club event. We've only had about 52 or 7 reply back. If everybody could reply back to that, number one, we do have a golf event. Yes, we will commit to a team. We will send you $800 by November. Or number 3, we don't have a golf event, but we're willing to promote it, send us the marketing material. So that's the main thing that we'd like to do. Once that's done, and actually once that's done, we're actually going to have a golf course picked out, hopefully by next week. And then you and Mary and Ken and Diamond can start branding and putting the marketing pieces together. Then we'll send it out to every single club, and we ask that they share it, on their social media. They email that electronic flyer out to all their golfing buddies, and that's what we need right away as soon as we're ready for that in the next few days.
Do you have a long-term plan for this concept that you would like to share?
Yes, I do. And it's just duplication. If we duplicate this, I know we're going to be successful. The first year, it might be tough because we don't even know what's happening today in the, health-wise, the virus and all of that. Some golf courses may not even do a tournament. Clubs may not do, Rotary clubs may not be able to host a tournament. But the concept is this: once we get rolling, once things are done, our concept and our, the way we do it is going to be shared with other districts. And then we hope they do the same thing. So they have an invitation. And then we hope that the zones do it. And this is where our district will help us get to that level. Once the zones do it, I'd love to see a 2 or 3 day Rotary International Invitational that's hosted in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, golf capital of the world. Now we're talking 1,500 players, just like father-son that we're going to have. I'm not sure if you're playing in that, but the father-son event, some of my friends are hosting that. That's 1,200 teams or 1,200 players, whatever it may be. But I'd like to see districts follow our concept, then zones do it. We can have zone championships, and then we have the Rotary International Invitational in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, 2 or 3 day event. It can be fun. All our clubs can, host different parties. So that's what I see, and I think, and I say meaning the committees all talked about it. We like that concept. We like that would be maybe 2 years down the road, maybe 3 years down the road. It all depends on how other districts follow in our program.
So we got a few questions coming in over in the chat box here, and one of them, I believe, was answered by several people already in the chat box, so thank you for that. Do you have a particular recipient for the funds that are raised?
The district is looking at that. They're going to advise us of what they would like to do. This is a district event, but it's only going to help. I'm just thinking out loud here. Whatever Rotary International wants the district to do, maybe it might help that. I'm waiting for District Governor Pauline to let us know what the district team would like us to use that money for, and then we can start branding it with your subcommittee. So yeah, it's. I'm sure it's going to be something to do with polio, something to do with what Rotary International would like us to help with a special event, and it might just be, let's help feed our community. Like we did this past weekend, a couple of our clubs fed 900 families with carloads of food. It could be as simple as that. But we've left that for the district to advise our committee what would be the best for the bigger goal for everybody. And it can change. We had some ideas of maybe having some other charities. I'm talking to the veterans organization that they're doing an event, and I was helping them do the same as what we're doing here. And I said, maybe we can help one another because he's got access to maybe 1,000 golfers. You know, you promote us, we promote you, and then we might give 10% of what we make. But I'm going to leave that to the district, or the committee's leaving that to the district to advise us once they figure out what the big need is. So that's where we're at with that. I knew that would come up, and we're just, you know, it's transition time. So the new district team is just getting settled in, I'm sure, and looking at what this event could do and how best it will help.
We do have a comment here that says, always a stronger hook if the recipient touches hearts.
Definitely. You know, it could be hunger, right? So people on the call today, maybe you can shoot us some ideas. Everybody knows what our main goal is as Rotary. You know, it's normally polio, maybe the cart fund, you know, feeding people. You can't get any better than feeding people. You know, golf as a whole, and Donald, you know this, golf as a whole just makes so much money in charity events around the year, and I think hopefully we can tap into that. And I just believe that we should do something. I see Bob just put something up about the cart fund. You know, maybe that could be great. And again, I hope I'm not stepping on toes, but you know, I feel it the same way. When our club, we've started meeting again in North Myrtle Beach, but we haven't met for, you know, 12, 14 weeks. And all the happy dollars and all of that, we're behind that. So maybe that might be a good thing for us to do, especially since it was started in our area, the cart fund. We can give it a big boost. But I'll leave it up to the district.
Do you think there's enough support from the zone level to attract teams, and maybe the district could move forward offering it as a national event?
I would think so. You know, everybody loves golfing. You know, knows somebody that loves to golf. Everybody loves to play. And then when it's an event attached to our hearts like Rotary, I think they will help. We have not reached out to them. We're all in. This is still the planning stage, and I apologize, I don't have the answer for that. But we're still planning. This is live. You know, it's fluid and things are just changing. But we're close. We're about 10 days out to come back to you and the branding team and you know, the district as to this is what we'd like to do. This is the final plan, and then start promoting it. And I would love to see us, sooner the better, that we get the zone involved. That would be great. I know there's some people on this call right now that have the right connections to do that.
I think you're right. Don't forget a brew tasting, because we
Love
do
it.
the Rotary Brew Fellowship. So we got a whiskey fellowship, a brew fellowship, and we could have all kind of, and a golf fellowship. I think that needs to be the next fellowship. Is there a proposed date at this time?
Yes, well, let me talk about this, the fellowship part. That just gave me an idea. You know, we could have these fellowships on the whole, under a tent, talking about their fellowships, maybe giving out a little sample here and there. That would be fun. And so we could do that. So all the fellowship connections we have, let's get them involved. That adds to our carnival fun event on the golf course. The dates, what we'd like to do is we want to get as much time as we can to sell this and you know, fill it up. I'm pretty sure that we'll get at least 120 players. You know, that's a good number, as you know, for 18 holes shotgun. But the date that we'd like to do is the last 2 weeks in May and the first 2 weeks in June. That will help us where the golf rates go down a little bit from the spring season, and the hotel rates, if anybody was going to come stay, they don't, you know, go high too much. So that's the dates. I've actually got a really nice date, and I've talked to Bob that's on the call here about making sure that some of our other Rotary national events that are out there, that we don't conflict with them. So one of the courses gave me a specific date, May the 28th. I really like their package. Have not sent that to the rest of the committee yet, but that would be a good date. But anywhere, last 2 weeks in May, first 2 weeks in June. That's what we're looking at.
Yeah, just keep in mind Taipei, Taiwan next year for the international convention and those dates.
Yes. Let me know them dates so I can put it down in our little book.
Any further questions here from anyone for AJ? I will say, if you guys do have a question about golf, AJ is the right person to be doing this. And it looks like June 12th to June 16th, or June 12th to June 16th is the convention in Taiwan.
Perfect. So I'd really like to, maybe we look at that May 28th. Anybody in this call, if you know of anybody that's doing any golf or anything that might conflict, let us know. And then we'll shoot that out to the committee and see if we can kind of zone in on that date. I see there's a few more. Contact Rotary Club, Rotary Golf Fellowship. Yep, we'll do that. Thank you.
Well, AJ, thank you so much for being on today. We appreciate it. This is exciting. I think
Yes.
I'm not sure the percentage of Rotary members in our district that are golfers, but I have to think it would be pretty high.
I would think so. And the thing is, if they don't play golf, they know at least 4 golfers. So times 3,000 plus members by 4, we've got a lot of golfers that we can really connect with and show them a great time and make them feel good about their golf dollars going to a really good fund to help people maybe feed them for a year or so. So thank you all. Really appreciate it. Our PGA in Kiowa, May 27th. Okay, let's see how many people from our club want to go to see the PGA. Maybe ours might be better. I'm just kidding.
Well, great job, AJ.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I appreciate you.
You're very welcome. And folks that joined, we thank you for being here today as well. We have one more CWRAP, or Conversation with Rotary Action People, left for this Rotary year, and that will be done by District Governor Johnny Moore. He's going to give us a wrap, the CWRAP for this Rotary year. Do not forget, starting on Wednesday next week, brought to you by the CWRAP team, will be an all-club call at noon, and we'll still do the Conversations with Rotary Action People at 11 on Monday and Friday, and that all-club call are on Wednesdays at noon. To conclude today, I will do the Rotary 4-way test. Of the things we think, say, or do, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? I think I got that wrong today because I am only on one screen. My fault. So have a wonderful weekend, guys. Thanks for joining Conversations with Rotary Action People. That's a wrap. Have a good one. Bye-bye.